Right, this video for integrals is just going to be some more trig stuff. I did a video earlier of just some trig stuff as far as like, if the derivative of sine is cosine, then whenever you take the integral of cosine, you're going to get back sine. And so since we've been doing some substitutions and everything else, some of these will actually come in very handy. But these are dealing with like the arc sine and the arc cosine and all that stuff that you whenever you make your substitution, some of the stuff may end up being in that form. And if you know these, then if you're trying to integrate something that looks crazy, there's some chance that you might be able to actually substitute in like, oh well, heck, the whenever you integrate that, you get the derivative of arc sine or something like that. And so it'll just help you simplify things out. But so if you should have somewhere in your notes or whatever that like if you get to a pen, that the arc sine, which is how that's written, of x, the derivative of that is 1 over the square root of 1 minus x squared. Okay, now just keep in mind that doing the substitutions, you're doing the u substitutions. So instead of a x, it may be a u. So just for keeping things simple and straight, if you have the arc sine of u and you're taking the derivative of that, you're going to have 1 over the square root of 1 minus u squared. So if you end up with something that looks like that, then you can just recognize in your head, oh, that's going to be the the integral of that is going to be arc sine u. Okay, so we had that cosine, or the arc cosine of x. When you take the derivative of that, you're going to get a negative 1 over the square root of 1. I forgot and put it in terms of x. Sorry about that. That's going to be negative 1 over the square root of 1 of u squared. And so for the arctan of u, the derivative of that is going to be 1 over 1 plus u squared. And for arc cotan of u, the derivative is going to be equal to negative 1 over 1 plus u squared. And let's see, arc secant of u, derivative is going to be equal to 1 over u square root of u squared minus 1. And the arc cosecant of u's derivative is going to be equal to negative 1 over u square root of u squared minus 1. Alright, so if you keep that in mind whenever you come up and whenever you do your u substitutions, that if you come up with something that says to integrate, 1 over, the square root of 1 minus u squared, or, if it's 1 minus u squared to the 1/2, which is the same thing as the square root of that, then, you can substitute that in for the arc sine of u. Oops, see, I'm silly. The arc sine of u. And, that's the same thing. And so likewise, you can, run down through here. -1. I'll just do the square root so it doesn't get lost, but, just keep in mind your whole power things. I'm sorry. Oh. Let's see. I think whenever you actually do that, you're going to lose the integrating sign there, since you would be taking the antiderivative of it, and those are the derivatives. A lot of stuff to keep straight. And sorry I'm not talking. I just figured that y'all might get tired of hearing my voice. Some people say, "Amen, brother." And this should be the last one. And so those are some good handy dandy little things to know for when you're doing substitutions.